Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. It's been a while since the last one, because the last one was like December 11th, I think. So it's been almost a month, or practically a month.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have one on Christmas, because that Monday fell like right on Christmas. And then the next weekend, all of us went to go visit Saber and Laura up in Virginia. So we didn't do one after doing that. So we're back on schedule, I guess. This is the first episode of 2018, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But before we get into all of that, how was your guys' holiday?
Oh, it was fun.
Pretty good.
It's
Pretty
good.
standard.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone got more fun presents than I did, but that's alright, I guess.
What fun
I got-
presents did you not get?
Everything.
That's kind of a weird
I
question,
guess.
I guess.
What fun presents did you not get? Oh, what? Oh.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I got I got socks and some shirts
Socks are
and
fun.
a water filter. Socks are fun, because they disappear all the time.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, the most fun thing I got was a water filter.
Nice.
So I guess I'm an adult now. I guess that's what they're trying to
Well,
tell
you
me.
bought your own goddamn house, which it's like
Yeah.
ain't gonna outmatch as a gift. I got some books and I got some money, but like again, I'm gonna be 30 this year. I'm at that point where it's like I just want to see family, like before you all. Not to sound morbid, die. Like,
Well, yeah, I got a PS4, so I've been a Sony
Nice.
party. And I
Join.
also got this, and I just finished this a couple days ago, Last Guardian. Really nice.
Awesome.
Then, if I sound different, it's because I got a Blue Yeti finally, after so long.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to have a white Sasquatch.
Wow. Leave.
Yeah, this was the mic I was using before. It's a Samsung Meteor. Not Samsung, but Samson.
yeah, that's weird.
That is definitely interesting. Definitely thought you said Samsung.
Yeah.
So would you say it's like a little Samson?
Yeah. Yeah, little Samson. Yeah, it's a little Samson. Yeah, I got one of the most rare NES games right here. Little Samson. Yeah. So, yeah, after Christmas, all of us went up to Virginia, or I guess Jax went down. As he
Oh,
went to
yeah, I
Maryland.
do.
Yeah. Yeah, Jordan went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he's
Do what?
Oh, God.
Oh no, he was cut off. Now we
Why?
can't hear you, like at all.
Why? I feel like Saber has the most trouble with Discord. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
This is
hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, no, so you all came down to visit Laura and myself. Spent like a few days there. It was fun. It was
Mhm.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time.
yes.
It's great. For the birthday, we went to this freaking parkour gymnastic trampoline place. We
Yeah.
were like felt like old people because we were getting winded out.
Yeah.
So
A bunch of these
tiring.
little kids running around.
And then we had like a mega pizza. Well, we had two mega pizzas, and it
Yeah.
was awesome.
It was
And there
nice.
was it was really fun, really fun. Thank you, Saber, for letting us come.
Really
Thank
cool.
you, Laura.
Really cool.
Mm. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
That
it was a fun holiday and a fun like visit up there. So hopefully we can do it again sometime. I'm not sure if it would be before something like MomoCon if we try to go there.
Let's try to go there.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
definitely
fun.
want to try to go there.
Mamakin.
MomoCon. Yeah,
Mama-
we'll have to
I
figure
keep
out.
thinking it's that cosplayer. for some
Yeah.
reason.
We'll have to figure out the hotel and how which one to stay at.
We gotta figure that out soon.
Yeah, very soon before they all get bought.
But
Yeah, I would say try to figure it out before February
The
rolls
third.
around.
Let's do it by the 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's our holiday, I guess. Just a short little brief overview of that. And
if you want to see more, I vlogged it on my channel.
Yeah, Jax did a vlog of it. Of all of our antics over there. I posted it on my channel here, on the community tab. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And then before we get into everything, if you want to ask questions at the end of the podcast, our Twitter handles are right there. You can ask us questions on Twitter. Or if you want to support the channel, you can use the super chats, but that's never like required or anything. You can always just use the Twitter. And also, if you want to support the podcast monthly, you can use the Podbean patron thing, which is in the description. So far, there's only one patron right now, but thank you so much for that. So yeah, basically it's just covering the monthly costs of putting it up. So there's not that much. I basically only like 3 more patrons, and then it's covered. So yeah. The first thing, let's see. Let's talk about something fun. It's a movie. I think Jax just recently saw it. Was Jumanji.
Oh yeah, I saw that like in December. Like I saw that like literally I think a few days before I drove up to see you guys for the New Year's thing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really good. I was surprised at how good it was. It was one of those movies where I thought I went in with like low expectations because, you know, I just felt like it's a Sony film.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like gonna be crap whatsoever. But you know, I love The Rock. Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart. That one girl who plays Nebula was great in the movie, and then Jack Black was fantastic the entire time. Like he really
Jack Black was really good in that.
Yeah, I thought it was great. And then I loved how they did little references to the first movie, like, oh, you know, this as a sequel because Alan Parrish was here or something like that. Or something. But they didn't you know, whatever. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I just find it kind of weird that the Jumanji the game turned into like just a weird like Atari or like Famicom cartridge. Actually, yeah, I have like a Famicom cartridge right down here. You can tell like it was this kind of shape.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that in this movie they turned a game into a video game featuring The Rock.
Yeah, it turned.
While The Rock will be in a movie about a video game that features no video game.
Rampage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Rampage, he's practically the same character he was in San Andreas.
Yeah, I think they even make a reference like he's like, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. And it's just
is that the same character?
No, I don't think it's the same character, but it's just one of those things. Like if they took Hobbs from freaking Fast and Furious, I would believe he's fighting giant apes because you know they lose their crap in those movies. So it's one of those.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, why would he say it's been a while when he's been like in movies for like the past 5 years, like at least one movie every year.
Well, like he gets a sword and it's like, oh, it's been a while. Oh, I was a Scorpion King back in the day. You know, so it's just like, okay.
He like suplexes somebody and goes, it's been a while.
It's been a while. He does the eyebrow. It's been a while. We can change that. But that was a surprisingly good movie. I would really suggest it.
I was going in with like really low expectations, but I actually found it very funny.
Yeah, you know what? I did think it was funny though, and like this goes in hand with the thing because all of us realized we're a bunch of old people now since we were at that trampoline place. Yeah, and there's this part in the movie.
Boy, you were like 27.
I'm so old. Oh my god. Anyways, there was this one scene where they're talking 90s slang, and I'm just like, yeah, what is 90s slang we say? Like, I can't think of like anything that people go, oh, well, that's kind of dated. I mean, the only thing I can think of was like rocket power surfer lines, like, dude, let's get some grindage, bro. Like that was tight, bro. You know, something like
yeah. One of the characters like he uses the slang term "fly," and I was like, nobody says that anymore.
On this planet.
You look fly, bro.
Are you insulting me?
Nah, man, it's lit, bruv. I've been hearing a lot of non-British people say bruv these days. I don't know why. That's like a proper thing. Yeah, bruv, it's lit. It's just like, you're not British. Why are you saying that?
Why do you say these things?
Yeah, Zathura was good too. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, that was a good movie too.
Well, let's talk about another movie that had a famous wrestler in it that I went to go see. But unfortunately, I couldn't see the main character.
Why? Oh my
This is John
god.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah,
I'm glad Saber left.
Ferdinand is the movie I saw, which didn't do very well because it came out the same weekend as Star Wars.
Why did they do it? See, Kung Fu Panda 3 did it right. And it's DreamWorks, so it's like they should have known. They've been in this exact same situation before where Kung Fu Panda 3 came out at the same time as Star Wars 7.
Yeah, well, Kung Fu Panda, they pushed it back.
Right.
Yeah,
they pushed it back.
Oh my god, Star
like
Wars
Blue Sky should have been like, let's push it to January.
Oh wait, it's Ferdinand's Blue Sky, not DreamWorks, right? Oh my bad. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that won against Star Wars was what was it? Alvin and the Chipmunks. That was what won.
Yeah. So Ferdinand, it's all right. It's an all right movie. The thing I like most about it is the fact that it's talking about like masculinity and how like guys don't have to be the absolute toughest person.
Yes, they do.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice message.
Oh, yeah, there's Jax with his Fluttershy.
Look at this dude.
Yeah, and that it's like okay for like boys to be emotional. So yeah, I like that message in the movie. Something I actually almost forgot to put in the topics for tonight was actually The Last Jedi. Because I was like, what other movie was I thinking of? And it was like, oh yeah, The Last Jedi, that movie. So, what did you guys think of The Last Jedi? Let me get an image here because I can put it in.
Let me. I'll say this. Okay, so I understand. The thing with me is, I saw The Last Jedi I saw it once by myself in D-Box because I always like see Star Wars movies in D-Box, like the premiere, because I just the way the theater does it, they just make it so epic when you're in the seat, like in the Millennium Falcon, and they're being chased by TIE fighters and you feel like you're part of the action. It's just such an intense thing that really adds to it. And then I saw it again with my dad because he's a huge Star Wars nerd and he loves that stuff. He has all books of it downstairs in his man cave basement. And then I thought the second time I went into it, I've seen all the people's opinions of it. Just like everyone was like, either they loved it or people hated it. And I went in the second time like really looking for stuff to hate. And there was a lot of things I have problems with in that film that I just openly admit, like, that is not a perfect movie by any stretch of the thing, but there are things that I do actively enjoy in the movie. I'm like, okay, I did enjoy this aspect. I did enjoy this aspect and that and that and that. Like, I think pretty much everyone agrees on the casino planet just needs to be fucking cut the hell out. Just get the hell out of that.
Get rid of that entirely.
Yeah, but
that was just not needed.
Yeah, but for the most part, I enjoyed it for what it was, besides like my gripes, and I'm not saying it's perfect whatsoever, but I had fun seeing it in the theater, so I'll just say that.
Yeah. Saber, what are your thoughts?
Oh man. I feel that it wasn't terrible. It's one of those things where it's such a big movie that people are gonna have opinions about it no matter what, and they're gonna be I don't know, this is on one side, this is on the other. I know that Jim, like, I watched his review and Jim loved it. Like, he loved it.
Yeah.
But a lot of other folks, friends of mine, are, like, indifferent and didn't care for it. I know that you guys don't really care for it.
Yeah.
I know that my cousins didn't really care for it. Laura didn't really care for it. But, like, Jim loved it. And then, like, Jay Nicholson loved it. And it's one of those things where I'm like, if you like it, awesome. That's fine. That's, at the end of the day, that's fine. But it just didn't feel like I don't like the flow to it. There, like the casino world was stupid. There's a scene where there's like a fight, and these two characters have a moment. I don't want to spoil it. It's Fenn and Rose, and they have a moment, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
I agree with that completely.
Stupid.
So stupid.
Took me out of the movie, but it's funny because I actually prefer Rogue One more than Last Jedi.
See, I'm honestly in the camp of Rogue One to me, besides the Darth Vader scene, I just found that film boring, and I didn't care for the people. But that again, like I don't know where I stand on that, if I'm in the minority or in the, because I hear people are mixed on that film too. But it was one of those films where I went into it, I sort of felt like I was getting to that point where it was a Star Wars out. Like it was weird because it's just like, oh, we have a Star Wars movie every year for the rest of your life, and it's just like, yeah, it's very great.
Well, because I mean, for Rogue One, I like that. It suffers from having too many characters. I would have chopped a bunch of them out.
Yeah,
but like if it was K2SO, blind Jedi Asian guy with his boyfriend, and then I don't know, Jyn Erso and maybe the Imperial guy. That'd be cool. That's enough. There's a few too many characters going on. Last Jedi I don't know, like this felt weird. Like I felt like Luke was acting very different. The scene with there's a character. We passed the point with spoilers. Talk about spoilers.
Hero, you haven't seen
I mean, it's been out for like a month.
I'm not gonna. I don't.
Oh,
Go ahead,
do
your thing.
Yeah.
The scene with Yoda it made the movie worth it, though. I love the scene with Yoda. I actually got pretty emotional watching it.
Tag up.
Okay, I'll say this about the Yoda thing. All right, to me, I love the Yoda scene, but I don't know what it is. I've watched the scene multiple times, but he just does not. I don't know. The puppet just didn't look as right to me, and I've like tried to see it from other people's angle because I'm glad they didn't use the CGI Yoda from the prequels, and I'm glad they didn't use the puppet Yoda from Phantom Menace or something like that. But like I'm glad they used the Empire style Yoda. But something to me, it just did not look sort of right to me personally. I don't know what it just I can't place what didn't look right to me personally.
Maybe because he was a blue puppet, but I liked it. I thought it looked great. I thought it worked well. I mean, I don't know. I think the biggest problem for me for Last Jedi is it felt empty at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, so where do we go from here? They're like the Resistance. There's allies everywhere.
The thing is, with the ending of Force Awakens, we actually had some questions. The ending of this is like, what now?
And for me, it's not that like there's like, well, what about Jin's parents or what about Emperor Snoke or whatever. I don't care about that. It just felt like because at the end of Empire, it's like
Rey's
Han's.
parents. You said Jin.
Whatever. Han's gone. Luke got his arm chopped off. Vader's like, yeah, I'm your dad. What's up? There's a lot of like questions to lead into the next movie. But for this one, it's like, well, Kylo's in charge of the whatever they're calling themselves, the First Order. Rey is high-fiving the rest of the Resistance on the ship, and they're like, there might be 12 of us left, but we'll make it work. And I'm like, okay. It just didn't. I don't know. It's going to be a challenge to tie it all together, and we'll see what J.J. Abrams does.
Yeah, well, I think the whole thing where they had a problem was they didn't have like a set story from the beginning. Like, like even all right, let's just take it like minus the prequels, of course, whatsoever. Like you just go, all right, Star Wars when that came out, like it's just that could have been a one-hit movie. Like it had like a beginning, middle, end, stuff like that. Yeah. It's over, and then like Empire Strikes Back, it adds on to it, but then gets you curious.
Yeah, somebody was pointing out like how does Darth Vader survive the void of space for so long?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. It's one of those things. Go, okay. This thing with Snoke, they sort of did the same thing with the Emperor if you're just watching the original series, because it's just like, okay, Darth Vader has a master. Oh, his master comes along, he zaps him, but then he gets thrown away, and it's just like, well, who was that guy? We don't know.
The Emperor still feels threatening in the movie. Like,
no, I agree with you.
Yeah, Snoke doesn't really.
Well, the thing with Snoke is he's
threatening. I thought he was a threat. Despite his porn star robe. I thought he was
yeah,
exactly. And his freaking porn star robe, just like holding the people like that. I mean, the way they killed him off, it was a bit anticlimactic. But one thing I will say, I do like the fact that they said, "Oh, Rey's parents are nobodies." If that's true, like I know they're most likely going to try and fix that in the thing, because J.J. Abrams always says stuff like, "Oh yeah, it's not a Wrath of Khan remake. Oh, it's totally a Wrath of Khan remake." Stuff like that. He's totally going to do something with that. So I like the fact that it's just not everyone in this multi-galaxy universe has to be part of the same family. Like, oh, it's like you have to be a Skywalker to be a part of this, or you have to be a Kenobi or something like that. It would make
so much more sense if Star Wars started out as an anthology series, but it's not, and that kind of limits it. What I think Red Letter Media was talking about it, how like despite like the expanded universe, the Star Wars movies are so limited.
Which is why I kind of
Exactly.
like I like Rogue One for that reason. I like that like they try to do something different, and I thought it worked. Like in hindsight, I actually think it's not a bad movie. The first half of it was kind of a mess. The last half on the beach in the space, with Vader and how it tied in with the beginning of A New Hope, that was really cool. Yeah. That worked really well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go. The movie was one.
Yeah, K2SO was my favorite part of that movie.
See, the thing about Rogue One is I don't remember any of the characters' names. So you say like Janelle, I'm like, which one was?
I'm like the robot, basically.
Okay, the robot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the greatest.
Okay. I kind of said one last thing on Star Wars. The thing with Luke's death in it, I thought that was a bit kind of. I don't know. I think they could have done it a better way. Like, for instance, like the whole thing where Luke shows up and it's, a hologram. It's not actually him. He's using the Force to project himself. Like, I personally would have preferred it to be like, show us the Luke of Legend, where it's just like, okay, they're shooting all these blasters. Because you remember the first Force Awakens, like Kylo was able to catch that bullet midair. I would have liked to have seen like Luke just catch all the things and just be like, come on, kid, come down and talk to me or something like that. And then, do a little back and forth, because in the comics I know they're not canon anymore, but he does some insane feats of like force power, so I just would love to see those. But there you go.
All right, I guess let's move on. Relating to Star Wars and Disney, I guess guess who bought out freaking Fox?
Yeah,
has it been? We haven't had a show in that long.
What
Yeah,
we haven't had a show in that long.
Wow.
I mean, the only good thing I can see about this is like, this Fantastic Four and freaking X-Men are home, so that's good. Like in a sense, but it's in those things where most of the people's contracts are up for Avengers, so it's like, well, most of these guys are going to get killed off in Infinity War, so it's just I can't get that epic all of them together thing, and it's. And it is kind of weird, I guess. And they can still release R-rated Deadpool films under Buena Vista, because they do that like several times. They did release Die Hard 3 under Buena Vista. That's R-rated film stuff.
I don't know why the way you said Buena Vista really reminded me of Pan. Buena Vista. Like, I can't even explain it.
Buena Vista.
Yeah, but
that's interesting. I'm like, it's. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, like, what's going to happen to some of these franchises. Like, are Disney going to like continue The Simpsons? Like, yeah, keep making it, or are they going to kill it off?
Just end it.
Like, because we're like in the 29th season right now.
Mm-hmm.
So end it at 30. Just end it, please.
End it at 29.
No,
I need an even number.
Yeah, I need an even number too. Okay, like just end it at like 30 and just be done. There you go, 30 seasons of a show. That's interesting. I was reading this great thing by Hugh Jackman the other day, because he was talking about how like, oh, the merger's back, so would you ever come back and play Wolverine? And he said, I probably wouldn't, because like for years I always thought like, yeah, it would be great to see, Iron Man and the Hulk and Wolverine, like, giving banter back to each other and stuff like that. But then ever since Logan was just like such a, ending. Like, it was just one of those things. It's just like, okay, this is done. It's over. Like, it's cemented, done whatsoever. And so he just felt like that was such a great send off, and he's willing to watch someone else. And I thought that was like very, beautiful what he said.
So, yeah, he's been busy going back to his musicals and The Greatest Showman.
Yep, there you go. Ian McKellen was telling him he had a crush on him back in the day, because he was on this show. I can't remember. It was the Graham Norton show whatsoever. And then like he was talking about how he was fanboying over Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. And then Hugh Jackman was Ian McKellen gave him some advice of how to like to do acting, because that was his very first movie. And he was just like, oh yeah, I just thought he was the most beautiful looking thing.
It's so funny because Ian McKellen did the same thing for the actor who played Beorn in The Hobbit. He's the bear guy in The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
And dude, like, Ian is so thirsty. He's like, because the guy is like a super tall, like blue-eyed, attractive looking dude. He's like a supermodel from Sweden. And Ian's like, what do you think? And Ian's like, he has blue fjord for eyes that I could get lost in. And I'm like, oh,
Gandalf.
A married man, I think? I don't know. Oh my god.
It almost doesn't matter.
Something I see a lot of people pointing out is that now that Disney owns Fox, they also own Blue Sky, which is the the animation studio. So like, are they going to like try revamping that studio so they can have another like really good animation studio or something?
You say really good. You mean like pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean like revamping it to make it really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Peanuts Blue Sky?
Yeah, Peanuts was Blue Sky. So that's their best movie.
So
like, just tell them, just tell Blue Sky, make more stuff like this.
What else did they do?
They did Ice Age and Rio, and robots.
I may take you to Rio.
Oh God.
Yeah, and they recently did Ferdinand.
Dang.
Okay. Just tell them to stop making Ice Age. Here you go.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? It's so sad to see how Ice Age this year. I mean, like, I've rewatched the first Ice Age like a few days ago, actually, because it was on the TV, and I was like, oh, this is actually still enjoyable.
It's an alright movie.
Alright movie, yeah. Nothing great, but nothing like I hate or anything like. Second one was and third one.
The thing is, like, the franchise forgot that the humans existed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like, okay, we're gonna bring in dinosaurs. Now we're gonna bring in pirates.
Yeah, it's funny because like I used to have the DVD to Ice Age, and I would watch like the behind the scenes and everything, and they were like talking to paleontologists, and so like, so what should we add in here? It's like, just add anything, just don't put in dinosaurs. And then what did they do in the next movies?
There's a third movie. What was the second movie? Where the second movie actually was dinosaurs because
they had like the marine reptiles.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the third movie is just straight up more dinosaurs.
T-Rexes, baby T-Rexes. They were hidden underground where the.
Anyway, Disney owns Fox now, so
Monopoly
goes on. All right, next thing, let's talk about Unikitty, the cartoon Unikitty. It's great. I love it. It's based on the Lego Movie, so of course I love it. Yeah.
How's Tara Strong at doing Alison Brie's voice?
Pretty good. Like she sort of has like her own voice for Unikitty, but it really fits. It's basically a hyperactive Twilight Sparkle. I remember you said that in your video. She's using pretty much her Twilight voice, but more hyper. So whenever you hear Twilight and My Little Pony like really excited, that's basically Unikitty.
Or Princess Clara really excited.
Yeah.
Because that's practically Twilight. So.
Yeah. So I've really enjoyed it, though. It's got that kind of frantic humor that the Lego Movie had.
So is it like Star versus quality or anything like that?
No, not like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like a fun like comedy cartoon.
Okay, cool.
So
I have not yet watched it.
Yeah, there's only
I've seen the short.
10 episodes out right now, I think. So
was that more than DuckTales?
Yeah, that's weird. Though to be fair, Unikitty is an 11-minute cartoon, not a 22-minute one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is like the dog a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Because I hear Grey Delisle. Okay, so I was just like, okay.
Grey Delisle.
Yeah.
Grey
Delisle does boy voices too.
Well, I know she does boy voice, but it sort of sounds like, not is it not Lola Loud. What's the other one? The other twin? There's Lammy. Lana, yeah, there you go. No, wait, Lana's the. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, there you go. There's Lammy in the background.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it on stream because it's kind of cut off a little bit.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, but
there we go.
One of my favorite characters in the show is Richard, who is just a 3x1 brick. It's just a Lego brick.
So it's still in the Lego verse.
Yeah, so they're sort of. Yeah, but it's sort of like in Unikitty's kingdom.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But it's not Cloud Cuckoo Land like in the movie, because Cloud Cuckoo Land in the movie, if you haven't seen it, it's destroyed. So.
Well, spoiler.
If you haven't seen it, it came out 4 years ago.
If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's really good. I love it. It's my favorite animated movie. All right, now here's something that Jack's can talk about for quite a bit. The Slender Man trailer.
Fuck you. Fuck this. Fuck the ring. Fuck this. I honestly, it is such a BS thing to me. Okay, first off, the Slender Man thing. Like, okay, how do I go about saying this? This trailer just honestly feels like The Ring and some of those other Blumhouse films they got coming out, but it didn't feel like a Slender Man movie. There are parts in it I like where he's like appearing in the background and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then when they explain like he gets in your head like an infection, stuff like that, I like that. That's cool. But all the other stuff they showed in the trailer, I was just like, this looks like some Sony BS right here. It's just I wasn't a fan of it because like okay, for people who don't know in the chat, I do this thing called my month of Halloween on my channel where I like fight various like horror movie villains and stuff like that and like think of ones to beat. And Slender Man was the only one I couldn't think of how to beat until I called Ghostbusters to whoop his ass. So anyways, I was thinking like this movie, like you had such potential to do it. And then freaking Gertz from Double Toasted brought up a valid point. It feels like the Bye Bye Man, that crappy movie that came out last year. Yeah, I just saw their video
of it earlier.
Exactly.
Reacting to it.
Exactly. And Corey also brought a valid point. They could have did this thing where back in the 90s they had this thing called the Mothman Chronicles, which was very Slender Man-esque, and that would have been perfect if they just revamped that for today to do something like a Slender Man movie.
They also brought up like it would have been interesting if it was like a movie about how this is like an internet legend and the fact that people believe in it so much it just came to life. That would have been
that would have been incredibly fascinating than what they got going on here. Besides what I'm seeing, it just feels like a generic, ghost Insidious movie.
Yeah, it looks very generic. Yeah, like, the trailer isn't even like scary at all.
I feel bad. Yeah. It's just like you're a horror icon now. You deserve like your own shine, like Jason and Freddy and all them. So you need like to give him like a good beginning. But hopefully, I don't know. This is just a trailer. Like trailers can be bad and surprise you. So there you go.
Yeah, people didn't like the Get Out trailer. But that ended up being like one of the best movies of 2017.
Exactly. One of the best movies of 2017. One of those great movies were never judged by the trailer. So I don't know.
All right. Let's talk about Animaniacs coming back.
Like DuckTales style?
I guess. I don't know. It's going to come out on Hulu in 2020.
That is a very not now time.
Yeah, it's very not now. Well, it's 2 years from now.
Jesus, I thought that was like 5 years from now. For a second, I need to get my brain like adjusted.
Get you adjusted. We're about to enter the 2020 decade.
Oh,
the 2020s.
We've still got time. Ponies will be over by that time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, Gen 4 of Ponies.
Gen 4.
Yeah, Gen 4 because Gen 5 will appear and they'll be CGI. In 2020,
we're going to enter the Generation 5. Yeah.
Yep, and they're all going to be CGI. That's what they're going to do. Oh God. I mean,
but Steven Spielberg is still involved in it, though.
So that means like Freakazoid can come back and Pinky and the Brain can make like cameos and stuff like that.
What do you think about Animaniacs? Animaniacs coming back to Hulu. And oh no,
we can't hear you, buddy.
I think his cord is like having. He might need a new cord. Nope.
We're all a little loony.
How about now?
There you go.
Yeah, something's up with the computer. I'll fix it soon. I hope it looks as good as it once was, because that was one of those series where
the thing is, it's going to be an online series, so because it's going to be exclusive on Hulu.
Okay, but so like I there are certain shows like Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls that weren't really like animation like Titans. I mean, they look cool, but it wasn't like, wow, look at the fluid animation every single time. Yeah. Animaniacs was very fluid. It was good quality along with the writing. So I hope it's not like like generic, super polished like animation. I hope they make it look kind of gritty. It looked kind of gritty a bit.
DJ Skywalker said, I think they confirmed that Pinky and the Brain will definitely be returning, because since that was a segment on the show.
Yeah. So what about the cat, the singing cat, and that dog, the dumb dog,
or Slappy the squirrel?
Yeah, Slappy the squirrel.
Slappy was hilarious.
Slappy needs to come back too, but it's one of those things like where you have a character voiced so perfectly that I'm just wondering, I really want to find the woman to match.
I mean, pretty much all the voice cast is still alive, right?
Yeah, I mean they are. Even the kid is all grown up now. Want to go down the hole? Want to go down?
Oh my gosh, that kid! Yeah,
that kid cracked me up. Tiny Toons is on Hulu now, and I would love it if they brought back Freakazoid. I love.
Yeah, Freakazoid is amazing. Yeah. That's one of my faves. Freakazoid.
I never watched that show.
Bring down the road.
My phone. Okay, cool.
All right. Speaking of cartoons, let's talk about some DreamWorks cartoons that are coming out. There's like
I was actually researching a few of those today for my video.
Oh yeah,
because there's can I name some off and see if this.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I have a link here. I'll send it in the Discord too, so you guys can see. But it's a list of different cartoons. They're
well, there's a picture of the first one, the Trolls one.
Yeah.
So my because I think the main girl voice actor and singer is still on the show.
Mandy Moore?
Yeah, I think it's Mandy Moore.
Wait, Mandy Moore? I thought it was
Mandy Moore.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound right.
I thought it was, no, Mandy Moore did something else.
She's Rapunzel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
It's all good. But it looks okay. Like as far as animation goes, it looks okay. Trolls the movie, I actually liked it a lot. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I thought it was enjoyable. Yeah.
What are you, a fascist, as Jim would say?
What?
All right, sorry. This microphone fucking sucks.
You might just need a new cord for it.
It's probably the new cord because this cord can't pick up the microphone after it disconnects. The cord probably just disconnects for a little bit.
Yeah, so you probably just need a new USB cord for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to use that cord instead of Discord.
Wow.
So the Trolls show, what I think is missing, and what can you really do, is the felt look. Like I liked how
the felt look of it.
Yeah, I like that in the original movie, and it's kind of missing in this one. And what can you do? Because that was some pretty detailed stuff in the movie. We'll see. I think this will be a show that kids like, with the occasional adult joke. Not adult, but mature joke that parents will get.
Every time anyone says something like, "Oh, I think this will be something the kids enjoy," and just it's gonna be the next Ponies.
I was thinking that because there are some other shows.
No, what? Since we were watching The Incredibles the other day, it was like, not again. I'm not strong enough.
Or the entire thing with that Patreon paywall shit. It's not found. Because there's that show. There's what else is there?
There's gonna be a Captain Underpants cartoon, which I'm pretty excited about.
That should be good.
Yeah.
I like Captain Underpants with what they did in the movie. What else was there?
There's gonna be a Boss Baby cartoon.
Don't say that.
I don't care.
There's also going to be some more original stuff, too. There's going to be something called Harvey Street Kids.
Oh, She-Ra! Dude, She-Ra!
Yeah, they're bringing back She-Ra.
They're bringing back She-Ra?
I was watching the Christmas special, which I found on YouTube today, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to review that during Christmas this year. But there's a great scene where Skeletor meets these human kids who are trying to be kidnapped and taken to some, evil person. And Skeletor starts being turned to good throughout the series because of Christmas, and he's like, "What's happening to me?" And there's a scene where this villain's attacking him, and he's like, "I must save the children! I must save the children!" That is so great.
I love how they were explaining presents to him. He was just like, "So what do you do? They blow up? They explode or something?" No, you just get them because you like each other. Oh God!
I'm excited for that.
Somebody said Ryan Walters said Harvey Street Kids isn't original. It's based on Harvey Comics characters like the Little Audrey, Little Lola, and Little Dot. I never heard of it. So
a lot of these don't even have any visuals yet, so we'll have to wait and see. I'd say a show that I'm looking forward to. This isn't related to the DreamWorks stuff or Netflix, but Craig of the Creek looks really fun. That's on Cartoon Network, and
it still has that weird. I don't want to be too mean.
Steven Universe look?
The Steven Universe try-hard look?
Yeah, it does, but I would say try-hard. It's got a Steven Universe flavor to it with the noses and the faces and the eyes. But I think it looks super cute. I like the colors. I like the ska music. I like how it feels like Clarence.
Yeah.
Meets Steven Universe visuals with a bit of like Ed and Eddie thrown in there too.
That's what I was thinking.
And Recess as well. Like just the idea of like, because like it's I'm an adult. I don't know. Do kids nowadays do this? Do they still go out and play like in the forest?
I guess.
I have no idea. Like genuinely, I do not know.
Like if cell phones were a thing, I'd assume the answer is yes. But like with phones and like computer games and shit, like I don't know if kids go out to play anymore. Really,
those darn computer games.
Well, I mean, oh no, go ahead, Jaber.
I mean, my nieces still play, but they're like 5 and 3. So they're still like super young. There's a certain threshold where like around like I think 8 is when you start to really change.
You know what? Because my dad and I went to a Target yesterday, and we were going down the toy aisles and looking at all the different stuff that kids are buying, and one aisle is like one complete aisle is like nothing but Nerf guns. So I suppose like Nerf is doing well because like of kids like going outside and using Nerf guns,
shooting each other.
Yeah, and shooting each other.
Nerf's pretty
they're
awesome,
training.
Though.
Nerf this.
They're training for
oh my God.
whatever Hunger Games thing is going to happen.
Oh, you see, I thought you were going a much darker direction with that.
Oh, what did you think I was going to go?
School shootings.
Oh, no! No!
Oh, God.
Oh,
well, I know that for family, I know every holiday is like during like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like my family, I have like nieces and cousins and stuff like that, and we all go outside and like play like Manhunt and stuff like that. And so like that's a little gay, but I don't know if they do that throughout the rest
You
of
say
the
that's a little gay?
No.
That's a little gay, but
No, I said I don't know if they do that like, like their other friends or something like that.
Well, when you all were kids, did you like go out on adventures and
all
shit?
the time.
Yeah.
So did
all
I.
the time. That was like
I guess so, yeah.
Like my
'Cause that was
buddies and I, we went like to the golf course and messed around. We went to the creek, messed around. We played in the forest.
You know what's funny is that me and my friends did that in like high school and college.
Yeah, because there's alcohol involved, and it's a lot.
Oh, we
went
did drink.
to the honeysuckle field, which is the most southern thing I ever.
Oh yeah,
did.
I love honeysuckles.
Honeysuckles are great. What are you talking about? It's great.
It's just like when I say it, I'm like, oh, that's really southern, isn't it? Yeah,
the
me and the boys went out to the honeysuckle field. And...
All right, speaking of cartoons, there's something that actually Nesca pointed out to me. The Haunted Mansion cartoon that was supposed to be, but it's not happening.
Oh no!
Yeah, there was a concept for it, and it looked really neat. It had like this girl coming out of a painting, and the animation style looked really really good. But
was it the Eddie Murphy movie?
No. It's like here, I'll link it in the Discord so you can see. It's a little 2D cartoon concept.
I want to see this because like the Haunted Mansion it's
right there.
Let me see.
Let me see. Let me go down and look at this.
Oh, they got the music. Great.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion.
But yeah, I would assume that the cartoon would be like something about like the girl going through the paintings or whatever, and I think that would be like really expanded.
Really cool.
Fast.
You know what's really neat is I feel like
it reminds me of Pagemaster for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
The part of the Haunted Mansion ride, and this is like completely unrelated to anything we're talking about, where there's a crystal ball with the lady's face in there, and she's talking to you. That is the voice actor. I'm so certain of this, and I might be wrong. I'll look it up. For Lady Tremaine for Cinderella and Maleficent.
Really?
Maleficent?
Yes.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna look it up. Maleficent voice actor.
I know in the movie it was Jennifer Tilly.
Eleanor Audley is her name.
Oh, Jason Jones in the chat said it was going to be a TV special, not a series. Oh, okay. Well, if it was going to be a TV special, they might have made it into a series.
Like Hey Arnold.
Yeah, it's she's on the Haunted Mansion as well. Cool.
All
right.
Very cool.
Very cool. I got a couple more things before we move on to Q&A. So, speaking of like concepts that weren't picked up, there's a Jet Set Radio concept out there.
Don't make me sad.
Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube. Just type in like Jet Set Radio like proof of concept or whatever. And it looks really neat. And they presented it to Sega, and Sega was like,
nah.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable.
Which is weird because like they just did Sonic Mania after like these indie developers were just going to make it a fan project. So I don't understand Sega why.
Why?
Because Sega sucks. That's why.
Yeah, he even did a video on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's like, come on, guys. We're telling you what we want. Just make it, please.
Yeah.
We're literally telling you how to do this.
Yeah. Something that actually came out though that I hope it doesn't get canceled. Like or other projects, or I hope it actually like comes to light. But it seems like it's very far along. So hopefully it releases sometime this year. Is this new Adventure Time game that's coming out that looks a lot like some kind of like open world Wind Waker style game, where the characters like are on this boat and they're going across Ooh, where it seems like Ooh is flooded, and it's probably the most like the cartoon, or it looks the most like the cartoon in 3D form that I've seen. Because it has like an outline and the cell shading, whereas previous games like Finn and Jake Investigations, which I recently played through, it had like detailed 3D models, but it didn't have like an outline or cell shading. Where this one does, and it looks a lot more like the cartoon. It's very nice, and it's coming to like all consoles and PC, so PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Okay. Do you get to be Jake in it?
I don't know. It seems like you're like a party of characters because it seems like Finn, Jake, Marceline, and BMO are like the main party.
Well, I mean that's cool if you have like Marceline and Jake's powers and like you can transform into like a big ass bat or something like that. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an Adventure Time about adventuring. This is like the kind of game I wanted Adventure Time to have since the beginning. Like just this like open world adventure. So yeah.
You know what game I played this past weekend for a little bit, along with Laura and her friends?
What?
Was the Fractured But Whole South Park game.
Oh, really?
No, that's a great game. That's
I still need to play that because I've played the Stick of Truth, but I haven't played that yet.
I got to spontaneous bootay, and then we had to stop playing because we had to go off and do some other stuff. But that being said, it was a lot of fun. I want to get the game and play it. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
All right. I guess we can go to Q&A. So if you want to ask questions, you can ask us on Twitter, or you can use a super chat and support the channel. But though that's not required, you can always just ask on Twitter. So, do you guys want to take a break, or are you guys good?
I'm personally good. I didn't have much to say this episode at all.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll go to the questions and see what people have to ask. So let's see here. From Steamworks or Steam Guy 64. This is anticipated game of 2018, or most anticipated game.
Oh, that would be Monster Hunter World.
Dragon Ball Fighters for me.
You get that in like 20 days. So.
I know. I'm so hyped. I'm doing like a whole series on my channel for.
It's probably not going to happen this year, but Metroid Prime 4. I'm anticipating it to come out next year, not this year. But one that I know is definitely coming out, which is actually coming out next month, is the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get the like special edition of that.
Gosh, I think that might be my answer as well.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, I should bring it the next time I come.
Also, the Spider-Man game. There we go. I'm hyped.
Hopefully, it actually comes out this year.
I know, right? I'm so salty. I'm so salty.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of PS4 games I've been wanting to play that are supposedly coming out this year. I think Last of Us Part 2 is supposed to come out this year, but they might be delaying it.
Yeah.
And also Detroit Become Human, which I think looks really interesting. Let's see here. Oh, DreamWorks also asks, what do you think they're going to do with Star Wars Episode 9?
I don't know.
You know, they're just gonna remake one of the things. Is J.J. Abrams, and J.J. Abrams is great at doing like certain things. Like, I'm not gonna, shit on the dude whatsoever. Like, he's done a lot of great stuff. Like the first Star Trek movie, I think that is just an incredible movie to me. The second one is where I'm like, okay, you said you weren't gonna remake Wrath of Khan, but you did remake Wrath of Khan. So this one, it's just like, okay, I understand you had to do like a reboot of A New Hope to like just play it safe as you could when introducing Star Wars back into the thing. But for this one, I just feel like it might be a rehash of Revenge of the Sith, or Return of the Jedi, something like that. Like that's what I honestly think. I mean, as long as he gets like the chocolate and vanilla swirl of, Rey and Finn together, that's all I care about right now. There you go.
The ship is still alive.
His peenie in Asian cuisine.
No, they're all about polygamy now. It's Star Wars.
How do you feel about that? Where Finn's about to kiss Rey, and Rose is like, "Hey, Finn, I love you."
I'm gonna throw something. No, because you know what pissed me off is like that scene. I know they've only known each other for such a short time, but like me, like my little partner was just like, "Come on, just make out." Just freaking make out. As soon as you see her, this is the first time you've seen her forever. Just like, don't hug, freaking make out with each other. So like that pissed me so much. That like irritated me. Then that
my
whole scene
shit didn't happen. I'm so mad.
I know. I hate that. I'm a 27-year-old man, but it's one of those things. There are certain things that just bug me, like the whole Ty and Sora thing from Digimon. That still bugs me.
Yeah.
I'm a 27-year-old man. That shit still pisses me.
Yeah. I haven't seen Digimon try though. So
I have. They're like hinting at it, but they haven't done anything like, oh yeah, they're totally in love or something. But it's just one of those. But what were you saying?
Let's see. Ozzyl asks, thoughts on the Golden Globe winners? Yeah, I watched that last night.
Del Toro deserves it.
Yeah, Del Toro got Best Director for The Shape of Water, which I still need to see.
My monsters, thank you. That was Del Toro line.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And also, James Franco won Best Actor for the Disaster Artist.
Tommy was so out of the way.
Yeah, pushing him out of the way.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, did you see the Disaster Artist?
I haven't seen it yet because it wasn't playing near me.
I just rewatched it.
I should see it this weekend or something. But
such a damn.
one thing I was like, man, I think that really should have went to Daniel
Day-Lewis.
No, not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Ingram.
What's his name? The guy from Get Out.
Oh, the main guy from Get Out?
Yeah.
Or Jordan Peele?
Yeah, the main guy from Get Out. Oh, the actor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, because like, especially after seeing him again when I watched an episode of Black Mirror with Hirasashi, I was like, damn, this guy is like a really good actor.
He's got that cry on command thing going.
Yeah.
It's great.
So and then Coco won Best Animated Feature.
Okay.
So, though it wasn't really any competition because
no.
I haven't seen the Breadwinner. But they
Vincent
didn't put
and
Lego Batman in the nominees.
That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Bull. That was my favorite movie of that year. Animated movie of that year.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going to have the Oscars because the Oscar nominees haven't come in yet.
If the Oscars nominates Lego Batman, but like Golden Globes and Annie's didn't, I'm just gonna like, what's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Steven Fernandez asks thoughts on Total Drama Daycare.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's a real thing that's happening.
Okay, so
maybe Looney Tunes, but like Total Drama Island.
Okay, so is it the people? Because the only Total Dramas I saw were because they were the characters I know, but then I heard they went like on to like 6 seasons or something like that. I don't know all these new people. I just know the main group from the first one. Is it the kids from the first one, or are they shrunk down, or like what's the deal?
I got nothing for you.
Okay, there you go. Everyone's. I'll watch it.
Let's see. Vigor the Sloth asks, you think we'll ever go back to story-driven hows? Or I think they mean shows. Story-driven shows. I like for cartoons or whatever. I mean, there still are some going on. I mean, Steve
Star versus,
Star versus, but because the most recent comedy show is the Unikitty one. But and DuckTales is a recent one that's been like a.
It's weird. Really, it's like sorta got one.
Yeah.
But like it's still.
Also, Sarah, did you say something? Because I didn't hear you.
I don't no, I think your microphone was working. I think we literally just didn't hear you.
Nah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, DuckTales looks great. I love it. I didn't get the heck out of it.
Yeah. That was a super chat from Bigger the Sloth, by the way. Thank you very much. And also a super chat from Curious Nesca. What's the one cartoon you'd want to reboot that you think that would do well nowadays if handled properly?
Johnny Bravo! No.
Oh, wow.
I think I've answered this question before. It to some degree, but the answer still remains the Looney Tunes show from 2011. That's
a great show. But you know what, for me? Oh, go ahead, Bailey.
You know, one thing, because me and Nesca were actually talking about this, is the Thundercats cartoon. Remember the reboot of that? That was actually really good.
Yeah,
and then they canceled it.
Yeah, I know. It was sad. They did the same thing.
When good things get canceled.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they try doing Thundercats, because Voltron's doing so well, so do Thundercats, please.
Okay. The one I want rebooted. They also canceled the He-Man show. That was great too. The one that came out in the early 2000s. Oh, yeah. But for me, this is my favorite animated series of all time, and it was unjustly canceled for some BS. And it's Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah. I want that show to come back so bad because it had such a great thing of the characters were phenomenally voiced. Everyone did such a great job. The story was so captivating. You got so into it, and then the art style may have been off to certain people because they had this very cartoony look, but I loved it. It was one of those things that you just grabs you in. Spectacular Spider-Man for me all day. I would.
Yeah, it had the best Venom arc.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it really did. Even the 90s show one, 90s show, I love it for nostalgia, but it's so freaking corny whatsoever. It's and they don't even they only throw 2 punches in the entire 65 episodes of that series.
That's still more than them. That's still more than Man of Steel. So,
Man of Steel, whatever. But Spectacular Spider-Man, please come back. That'd be great. The new Spider-Man sucks, by the way. I watched that too because someone mentioned it last time. Yeah, it's awful. I don't care. Miles is in it.
Oh, yeah, here's some. I don't think we talked about it last podcast. It says, did you hear Norm of the North 2 being leaked on the internet?
Are you kidding my life? Please tell me you're kidding my life.
They because what they did is they did a Norm of the North 2-pack thing where they had 2 44-minute mini movies and they were going to release them on DVD.
I thought you were trying to say Tupac. I was like, Paleo. That is not how you say
no.
2-pack.
2-pack.
Yeah, 2-pack.
Yeah, you hear that 2-pack?
You hear that 2-pack? He's from the West Side, boy.
East? I thought you said
West.
East.
Kodak asks, if you had to choose between watching Wreck-It Ralph 2 or The Incredibles 2 in theaters, which one would it be?
That would be The Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2 easily.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably say Incredibles 2, though. I really do like the Wreck-It Ralph universe.
Sarah's dying in the background somewhere.
Sarah just got hit 4 times.
Let's see here. Let's see somebody who hasn't asked a question. Or I haven't answered a question of them yet.
Are you chat or Twitter?
On Twitter.
Okay.
Are there? Oh, no more super chats right now. But what are your favorite podcasts?
Double Toasted.
This one.
Double Toasted.
Double Toasted because okay, they had there are so many things they hear because first off I would say Spill easily. If Spill decided because the people from Spill, they all gone their separate ways now, even though back in October, they got freaking the co-host 3000, Tony, to come back, do October thing. I fucking teared up when I saw him come back. And he comes back occasionally just on the shows. But Spill for me was absolutely my favorite. And they have like I don't want to spoil anything for you guys because they'll be on YouTube in a few days. But they just did something funny, something. So hopefully they put it online. But besides that, I would say this: I've been recently watching a podcast from Rooster Teeth called Always Open, and it's just like a funny show. And like the people, they talk about like personal issues you don't actually think of, but they add like a humorous twist to it. And I was like, oh, that's something I'm going through in life, and I didn't know other people go through that. And so like it's just that's a really good thing. I suggest it too. Always.
Yeah. Okay, we got another super chat here, and then I have another question from Twitter. The super chat from Kevin Guzman asks, "What's a cartoon only you know?" I guess like a scary cartoon.
I feel like Super Ted.
Super Ted? Yeah, definitely. Because I never heard of that when you brought it up.
Stone Protectors.
Isn't that Trolls cartoon?
Was it Trolls?
Yeah.
I think they're just buff. They were just buff with gems in their chest.
Yeah.
No, there's like
so many. They try to like make trolls for boys.
Yeah. So there was something like there's so many shows that like okay, for instance, there's the shows that all '90s kids know, like for the most part, like oh, if I say Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, you know, all the great stuff, Rugrats, everyone knows those. But if I say something like, hey, you remember King Arthur and the Knights of Justice or Dragonflies? They're just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That was just a dope. Oh Pirates my god, Conan the Adventurer. Conan the Adventurer. That was a freaking badass show.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Freaking what else was there? There was
Extreme Dinosaurs.
No, Extreme Dinosaurs. Everyone, for most part, most people remember Extreme Dinosaurs and Street Sharks.
I don't know how many people remember Pirates of Darkwater.
Was that the one with the black water that turned people into dragon?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that show. That was. Remember Peter Pan and the Pirates with Tim Curry?
No, I do not.
That was on Fox Kids, and that was a surprisingly good show.
Oh,
cartoon
I haven't heard of that one. I know a cartoon that only I know. I saw it on it was like a special, actually. But it's really hard to find a copy of it, like online.
Oh, I just thought of a cartoon I know too.
It's called The Red Planet. And it's about like a colony on Mars.
That sounds like such a you cartoon too.
Yeah, it was like about a colony on Mars, and there was like these weird alien things. And then like by the end of the series, like this kid like brought one of the aliens back to Earth, and it like grew up or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but like I think there's like a copy of it, a sort of low quality copy on YouTube. But I never seen it like anywhere else. I don't think there's like a DVD release of it anywhere.
Okay, you know what? I just thought of something because you said that. There is this one cartoon, and I've been looking for it every day because my mom always reminds me of it, and I know I've seen it, and my sister reminds me of it, and my dad told me I used to be terrified of it. There's this cartoon called The Red House, and it was like a potty training cartoon. And what basically happened is there was this red house, and there's this kid like walking, and then he's like staring at him mad, and he's just like, "Don't wet the bed." Don't wet the bed. Okay? And then the kid's like terrified, and he's like wandering around. And then the very last part of the cartoon, I vaguely remember this. I was like 3 years old when I watched this. The kid's like in bed, and then it pans up, and it sees the red house in the shadows, and it's smiling, and it's just like, "Did you forget to flush?" Boom! And lightning strikes on his head. And I was just like, I can't find this cartoon. I know it's real.
What's it sound like? Fucking Pennywise is after him.
Pennywise.
I've actually heard of that. Now that you mentioned it.
Hirosashi, can you please send it to me if you know any? I need to see this.
I don't know where. I saw it on Tumblr, like a screenshot. It wasn't a video or anything.
I need to see this again because it was something I remember this so vividly from. But I try to search it and no one ever. Like anyone in the chat, if you find this Red House cartoon of potty training, I need to see this because I need to face it. I got it.
The one that I was gonna say is it was a movie, but they made a cartoon out of it. It's the Danish cartoon Jungle Diva Hugo.
Oh yeah. I watched one of the movies with you.
You watched like half of it, and then something happened. I forgot. But yeah, nobody really knows what that is.
Or the Animals of Farthingwood. Only my British friends know what that is. That effed up show.
Counterfeit Cat. I think that's a British show. It was interesting. I watched like 7 episodes of it.
Okay.
All right, we got a couple more super chats here. Also from Vigor the Sloth. Favorite episode of Squirrel and Hedgehog? I think that's a question for you, Saber.
That's a Saber question.
Probably the one where there's like this they're on a boat, or I don't know. There's an episode where like there's the hedgehog or squirrel is like a double agent, and this rat gets blamed for being the double agent. Like he's the one because the rat is the ally to the Americans because they're the Japanese. And the North Korean, who is a double agent, but he's like, Americans, listen, it's the rat who's the bad guy. The rat guy starts freaking out, like, oh no, like on the ground screaming, like begging for mercy. And then he's like, no, fuck it, just kill me now. And I'm like, whoa, this show's awesome.
Hostage situations.
Wow. And then another super chat from GJ Skywalker. Thank you very much. Since I've been inspired by Jack's Blade to make 2018 my best year yet, what plans do you all have to make 2018 your year?
No, that's the name of my series.
Better.
I'm going to try to make some bigger videos this year. So I'm going to try to make it like at least one. Well, it's going to be starting in February because I need to put everything together. For these bigger videos. I'm not going to say what they are yet, but I hope people like it. So, at least one of those a month.
Nice.
Awesome.
I looked up Joey's World Tour on his social blade. I'm like, I wonder how he's doing. He's probably not doing so well. It's like 300, 400 subscribers a day.
Really?
It gets like 60 to 70,000 views a day. And I'm like, ugh! I'm like, because it's these small channels, not small, but these channels that are like, I speak to the Federator guys, and they're like, it's consistency.
Yeah.
Upload. YouTube favorites uploads, which is what I want to do ultimately by March, 2 uploads a week. My channel is not really in a position to do multiple uploads a day.
Yeah.
I just can't.
You need to start doing the Nerd Echo thing.
I will. That's going to be the third one. And I will do that. But because there's Roundtable and Federator, and that's great because they can do that shit. I think it's cool. I've already positioned myself to where I can't do that kind of stuff because I'm known for quality, which I think it's not fantastic, but I take my time with this stuff. And people will be like, wow, Saber, you changed. Why are you doing this kind of shit? So I can't really do that. The idea is to do, I guess, a review each week moving forward. And what's up?
I'm raising my hand to ask a question. Wouldn't it be okay for you to just raise his hand? I know I did, Mr. Sparkser. So anyways, couldn't you? So when you say the review each week, is that just like a thing? Because I feel like there's so many shows out there you could do. Just be like, okay, I can talk about this because you don't want your face on your channel, right, or something like that.
No. It's gonna be. Yeah. That's why we get my avatar ramped up, and that's why I'm trying to do a better job of having a better flow to my voice, where I can just. I would like it where I can do what Black Nerd does. Where he just gets on the screen and just talks.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's somebody who I admire, and he's sort of like an inspiration to me.
He's good.
Because I've been watching him since 2007. So
yeah, he's amazing.
He's good what he does. So I guess the idea is to do on the weeks that I do top 10 uploads, I'll do reviews during March, but then eventually do a review every week. And it's not like it's going to detract from my other stuff because I'll still do the
just find some weird shit that nobody's reviewing.
Yeah, like filler.
That's what I like. Yeah. That's what the first few things I'm going to be doing are Leo the Lion, Simba King Lion, which is the North Korean cartoon, and then Raggedy Ann and Andy and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
that's fun. There's plenty of things to review. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And
I need to show you the Red Planet cartoon if I can find it because that was I need to watch it because I just it's like a vague memory in my brain.
That's what the Red House thing is to me. Yeah. I just remember don't let the bad.
I'll say what's terrible, and it's something I want to review this year is Mars Needs Moms.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
That movie fucking sucks.
Really Didn't they switch out Seth Green's voice to a more sounding kid? Didn't they switch out the voice? That. They switched out one of the voices because it had a more adult sounding voice, and they switched it to a more kid sounding voice.
Yeah, it's really weird. Oh, we got another super chat from Emperor Tiger Star. Opinion on SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats video for Jack.
Awesome.
This is awesome, dude.
You want me to do a Tough Like the Tunes for SWAT Cats, you said? Okay. I can do that, definitely. Hold on one second. I heard someone knocking.
Yeah, SWAT Cats was like a really cool like Monster of the Week cartoon.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Kind of Power Rangers.
What?
Yeah.
Or the U.S. government.
My brother and I used to pretend to be Razor and T-Bone.
Oh, really?
Which one were you? Which one were you?
I was Razor.
Yeah.
Because he was my big brother, so he has to be the
But I'll do that.
I don't know.
SWAT Cats thing.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. We got another super chat from Vigor the Sloth. Thanks for the super chats, guys. That's really appreciated. On behalf of Joseph, it says review Code Lyoko.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched Code Lyoko. It was like at a time when I wasn't watching TV.
It was on the Goozy. That's when they got rid of Toonami.
Yeah, those foreheads. Like
there's something else.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a question on Twitter here I wanted to go over because I knew somebody was going to ask this. Says opinions on the Logan Paul controversy, where he poorly treated the concept of suicide awareness.
Fuck him.
He's terrible.
Asshole. Yeah, he's really terrible. If you guys saw the video of him like going around Japan.
In Japan, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah,
it's a terrible human being.
Brother. See, okay, here's my thing on this. I think, like, first off, like that whole video of him, like, you know, going around just, oh, troll bro shit, dude. I'm in Japan, you know, I'm so witty. It's stupid. Like I freaking Double Toasted covered that again, where they were, you know, talking about his idiocy and stuff like that. But the whole dead body thing, like, I'll be honest with myself. I am not disturbed by like that, because honestly, I've seen way worse stuff in my life, but I'm not saying that's right. Like, I'm not condoning anything he's did. Like, he definitely should not have gone up to the body, shown the blue hands and stuff like that, and zoom in. And like, I will say, I do understand laughing. I don't feel like he was like making a joke of the dead body. Like, oh god, dead body or something. I feel like if you're in that situation where you're just like, what the fuck, you should just cut the camera right there whatsoever. Yeah. Like, if you're going to talk about it, like, just walk yourself out of the forest and say, so we had to stop filming because we actually saw a dead body. We just called the cops.
Yeah, that's like what they should have done.
They should have done that. But
the thing that gets me is that there was multiple people there. So like, you guys are all terrible people.
Yeah, and like the whole thing with them, like just giggling and laughing about, like, okay, I can understand nervous laughter because I'm not gonna bring it up on this, but I've seen lots of like effed up things in my life where like being in the situation, I'm just like, okay, well, I have to, you know, cope somehow whatsoever. But it's one of those things where, yeah, it completely could have gone about that a different way. He's still making money, subscribers whatsoever. He's gone away from YouTube. It
frustrates me that YouTube just doesn't do anything.
Right.
They're the ones I'm angry about.
Yeah, that is YouTube the ones I'm pretty much most angry about, because they've been really weird about like who they treat with, like, I guess, discipline, because if you remember, like last year with the PewDiePie situation, they removed like PewDiePie's show, or they canceled his show, and yet with this Logan Paul thing, like, Logan Paul's still in a couple of YouTube movies, and they're still going to put it up on YouTube Red.
Yeah, so it's weird. Like the Hodge twins, that's the people I watch on YouTube. Since they can't swear as much anymore, like YouTube's been just like completely destroying their ad revenue, so they had to make like their own site for their thing now, so they can you know, get paid for stuff. So
it's just like there's what's the term for it? Favoritism. Favoritism. Yeah.
Putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there's a lot of favoritism at YouTube, so, and I just wish that YouTube would be competent for once.
That's asking for a lot.
The only thing I'm really upset about with YouTube is just like, okay, most of these big subscribe channels, like, they're a bunch of people who just do, oh yeah, let's do random like BS stuff like that. Like, they're trying to be Jackass, but Jackass actually had talent for what they did.
I was telling Laura that too.
Yeah.
Jackass talent. Jackass had talent. Like Steve O tanking hits like that. That's fucking like, you have to be like another level, but them just going up to random people and doing stupid shit is bullshit. And like they're rewarding a bunch of idiots for doing this stupid stuff. And like I miss the fact that like, you know, people always say, well, back in the day YouTube was like this or cat video or something like that. But I generally do miss like people who had talent. Like Niga Higa is one of the highest subscriber channels, and he has genuine talent for what he does. Like he's a great comedian, he's great at like his sketches and work and stuff like that. And then there's just like so many people that I see them just like, you should be one of the highest people because you are so talented. Like there's this one, I mentioned it before, but you know, that whole algorithm thing of you have to upload this many times. You have to be like this active. Okay. Maybe you, so what if you like prefer quality over quantity? We prefer quantity because that's how we promote you and shoot you out there. And it's just like ridiculous, especially when it takes time to do certain things like Saber does. You know, I'm not trying to stroke you off too much, man, but you're doing like good quality whatsoever, you know, stuff like that. It was one of those things like JonTron freaking, you know, when he's not doing stupid nonsense, he's like does fun stuff. There's this one channel I watch that I think is just absolutely incredible. It deserves many subscribers. Does like these stop motion videos with action figures. They actually do legit animated style fights. I'm just like, that is so incredible and amazing. And I can just fathom like what it takes to do that. That deserves so much love, but because they don't upload often because it takes a while to do it, it's just ridiculous. Sorry, I went on a little tangent, but that's what I think of that.
Yeah. All right. So there's a couple more super chats we got here. Another from DJ Skywalker. Thank you very much. It says, for Jax, recently rewatched your discussion with Masako X from 2017. I was wondering, how did you feel about being able to talk with him about your passion?
I mean, it was cool. It was one of those things like, I don't want to come off like an ego thing or something like that, but it's like once you meet people, if I had met him back in like 2012, I would have been just like geeking out like, oh my god, it's so great. But like after a while, you grow as a person. And I was actually talking to these guys a while ago. Like I feel like there's only 3 people I would generally fan like boy over just like, oh my god, I can't believe. But like Moscow is such a kind, humble person. He's so cool, so chill, so professional. And then like it was so great to talk to him because I was like a fan of his content for years, and just like finally being able to, you know, communicate with him. And you know, he's really nice guy, awesome. I love like seeing everything he does with his channel. He's just incredible. Like Team 4 Star is just one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and he's just such a great guy to talk to.
Yeah. And another super chat from Nicholas Walker. Have any of you guys seen Devilman Crybaby?
Yes, on Netflix.
Yeah. I've heard of it. And I saw like people posting about it on Twitter, and I saw some crazy like gifs of the show, and I was like, what the heck is this? So I might look into it.
I'm on episode 1 right now. I think it is like, you know.
Wait, you haven't watched even one episode?
No, I'm on, literally, I just saw it today because I just got back. Because I've just been watching a lot of stuff on my Hulu app now. And so like when I came back to Netflix, I was like, oh, okay, I'll check this out. And so, yeah, on episode 1.
Yeah, all right. Let's go back to Twitter so I can get some Twitter questions. From Ryan Walterson, do you remember a Cartoon Network show made by Sesame Workshop called Big Bag? It had original Muppet characters and animated segments and stuff like that. I do not remember that at all.
Dang, everyone's making me feel like I don't know nothing today. I've never heard of any of these.
Was that shown in America? Because it might not have been shown here. I have no idea. I have not heard of that.
Me either. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Let's see. Ozzy asks, now that the Unikitty TV show has aired on Cartoon Network, will we get her own movie, like the Lego Ninjago movie, or will it be something like the upcoming Teen Titans Go movie?
Maybe.
Do you think that'd be a good idea to like give all these?
Unikitty have her own movie?
Like give all? I mean, like again, it's one of those things. I feel like it'd be interesting, but I feel some movies just go into a burnout territory where it's like, okay, I love this Lego movie. All right. Oh, you love the Lego movie so much? Well, how about Lego Batman? That was great too. How about Lego Ninjago? All right. How about Lego? And it's just like you keep going on and on. And just like I feel like
I think it's because Warner Brothers is like, we need like an animated like movie hook right now, and like they got it with the Lego movie. They're like, make more of him.
Yeah.
You like Guitar Hero? Well, here's Guitar Hero too. Oh, you like Guitar
Oh
Hero
yeah.
too?
Let me open the box
They made so many they killed that entire
killed
genre.
Music.
Oh my god.
And they also made me tired of music from that era, from that age.
I wanted to make a video on my gaming channel at some point about Guitar Hero and Rock Band and how maybe it killed the popularity of rock music somehow.
It kind of anytime I hear that kind of music, I'm like,
What ruined Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero.
Actually, that would be a very interesting video. What ruined Guitar Hero and Rock Band?
Yeah, there you go, Saber.
Pay
the man.
Oh yeah, Kodak posted on Twitter the Red Planet thing on YouTube. So yeah, I'll have to watch that later.
If someone can find the Red House thing, send it, please.
Hey, Jax Play, what do you think about? I get this request a lot, and I'm thinking about doing it. What ruined Fox Animation?
Fox Kids?
I mean, that went the way of Saturday morning cartoons, but I guess the movies.
I mean,
Too paleo.
I think that would be an interesting topic.
Fox Animation? I mean, they bought Blue Sky, so...
Yeah, so I think that would be an interesting topic to cover. Okay, they have some good stuff. They have some,
20th Century Fox Animation? Let me see. Because, Fox Animation Studios. Let's see what they made.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, they barely got off the ground. Because they did Anastasia and Titan AE with Don Bluth.
That's rough. That's really rough.
Damn.
Yeah, then they were like, we'll just use this other studio, Blue Sky.
It's not a good luck.
We'll just buy other folks. Disney buys them.
I got another super chat here from Vigor the Sloth. You've been sending a lot of super chats. Thank you very much.
Hey, let him bank.
Yeah. Boys, remember that show called Chop Socky Chooks? Yeah,
That
I was
was
just talking
stupid.
about that with Pan and Neska yesterday.
It was such a dumb show.
Aardman Animation made that show.
You know what was better? Super Duper Sumos, where they were like, Gluteus Maximus! And... Super Duper Sumos.
See, Irvin Lorenzo on Twitter asks, do you think you will meet up with the Pizza Party podcast at MomoCon? Yeah, we're gonna go beat
I
them
want
up.
to avoid them.
You're gonna avoid them?
Entirely.
Don't want to see Jim in his handsome face.
Jim's gonna be like, "Hey, hero." I'm gonna be like, "Wow."
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get Jim.
We gotta go to their panel and beat them up. No, specifically Pan. We'll just beat up Pan.
I can't wait to see Jim again. Jim's so cool.
Jim is so awesome. Yeah. He poisoned me with fudge at BronyCon, but he's awesome.
JGS, a dub or sub? What do you guys usually go for? If you go for dub, what are some good dubs?
Well,
funny enough.
Funny thing about that is, okay, here's the thing. I'll let Hirasashi just go at it in a bit because, he's B-said too. But it's one of those things where I personally prefer, this is me, if I'm watching a show right off the get-go, I always check to see if it has a dub. I actually did a video on this a while ago called Sub versus Dub, but it's one of those things where I feel like I can connect with the character better if they speak my language and I understand them and if it's well acted. Because, for instance, if you watch a show from the 90s, a lot of the shows besides Cowboy Bebop was, very corny. You can watch Dragon Ball Z, the first thing, it's corny. Digimon, corny. Pokemon, Sailor
Your
Moon.
shoes untied.
Exactly. I'm not even wearing shoelaces. It's just Goku, shut up. It's just stuff like that. But shows today, anime today, though, people have a legit complaint that they use a lot of the same voice actors. Funimation, for instance, if they voice in something, they pretty much use the same voices for most of the characters. So it's just Hiei sounds like Android 17, who sounds like freaking this character from My Hero Academia, who sounds like so-and-so, and just one of those
Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, so
Yuri Lothal.
Yeah. But that's what do you have to say here, Sashi?
I like watching dubs because English was my first language, and that's I like to hear things in that. I was
watch the stuff,
Yeah, it's weird because I can speak Japanese, but like, why even bother when I can watch it in English, right?
And you look down and up.
The only time I really watch subs is like when the show is like actually coming out.
Right. See, the thing is though, like there are some people will be like, it was intended to be watched in Japanese, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. More power to you.
The only thing I can that's the thing with like live action, because I can do it with anime, because like anime is like flapping mouths or whatever. But with live action movies, I don't want to watch a dub of that at all, because it's terrible. Like I would rather watch the sub of Seven Samurai than the dub of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The thing is, there's most of the time the dub is like good enough, and sometimes dubs have like pretty good voice acting, and people are like, still dub over stuff. Why? And it's like, okay.
Freaking Final Draft.
Yeah. But there's one occasion where I'm like, okay, really sub over dub, and that's Clannad, because like when we were watching it together, I was like, you should be bawling right now, but you're not, because this voice acting is not good. It sucked. I was like, no, Clannad's so good, but none of the feelings were hitting.
Okay, see, that's another thing though. Like, if an anime is bad, like let's say a subtitle anime is just not good show, so Dragon Ball Super, so something like that. Like, if you watch that Dragon Ball Super, the dub is so great because they are so meta with what they're referencing. Like, there's this whole part where Goku turns into his Super Saiyan Blue form out of nowhere, and like in the Japanese, it's out of nowhere. And Frieza's just like, so a Super Saiyan God is a Super Saiyan who became a Super Saiyan God who just now like, oh my God, this is so idiotic and stuff like. And it's just like, yes, we all say that, and the dub is just so on point with that, and it's so meta. And then there's also like this great one. This is like a bridge-worthy stuff, but it came out way before bridging. There's this anime called Ghost Stories.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, this show.
I've seen like a supercut of some of the funniest parts of it.
Yeah, okay, see, this show that was so bad, like in the subtitle version, it was just so horrible that when they did the dub version, they just had fun with it. They just like did a bunch of comedy, and it's just like hilarious. Just watching is great. But definitely I would say these days probably dub, but like me and Saber were actually talking about this at his house. We agree that the One Punch Man thing I feel is a bit better in Japanese. Yeah. Because I like Saitama's English voice. Saitama. No, I'm talking like that. I like his English voice, but Geno's I just cannot stand in English, to be honest.
I like the characters' voices better in Japanese.
Wait, when we were watching One Punch Man, were we watching it subbed or dubbed?
We were watching subbed.
We watched subbed because it was 2015.
Yeah. All right. Question.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. By the way, like Saitama's voice in the Japanese version. Just always like, it works, and it's like it's subbed or dubbed as well, subbed and dubbed. But man, Geno's fucking ruins the dub. Like, can't watch it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just being real.
It's one of those things.
Ryan Walter has another question on Twitter. Says, any other guests you'd like to meet at MomoCon besides the Pizza Party podcast? I guess. ProZD is going to be there. He's a YouTuber, and he was previously a Viner, but he's very funny. So I'd like to meet him.
I'd like to meet. Go ahead here, Sashi.
There's an animator going called Tom Bancroft, and he worked on Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Lion King, stuff like that. I think that'd be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'd like to meet Josh Keaton, the voice of Spider-Man from Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's going to be there.
Yeah.
People are like, well, don't want to meet Sean Shamel. Don't meet your heroes, kids. Besides Josh Keaton. That's right, Jacob. Because Jacob just brought up a very valid point in the chat. Super took the worst arc of the Japanese Dragon Ball Super. They freaking made this filler arc where they fight these jelly versions of themselves like actually entertainable, because they took freaking Brian Drummond, the old voice, the My Little Pony, like the Ocean dub version of Vegeta, the over 9,000. He fought the gruff Vegeta in their episode. So Vegeta, when he was fighting Vegeta, was fighting the old Ocean dub, and I was like, oh my God, that was great, Super. So there you go.
That's a nerd.
Gumball says, are you excited for Space Dandy coming back? Is there going to be a season 3?
It ended pretty well, in my opinion.
Yeah, it had like a fantastic final episode.
Yeah. See, that's one of those things. It's like, you already won. Why are you fighting? Stop.
Yeah, because they're doing 2 more seasons of Cooley Cooley.
Why?
Why?
It was a perfect 6-episode. Do you know how many times I've rewatched that?
Right, because it's so easy to rewatch.
God dang.
I still haven't seen it.
You haven't watched
I know.
It's 6 episodes. It's an hour. We could watch.
I remember like seeing it on Adult Swim, like back in the day, but I never like saw the entire thing.
Dude, we can just watch it like we watched Space Patrol Lulico.
So. Yeah.
The time we watched Space Patrol Lulico, we could have watched.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's see here. I'll do a couple more questions and then we'll head off. You guys have any questions on Twitter that you can?
I mean, Tempest asked. I don't know if y'all can answer this, but favorite rap of 2017. All of you. For me personally, it's DNA by Kendrick Lamar. I guess.
I like that.
I heard that Kendrick Lamar is a good guy.
I don't know anything of his personality, but yeah, I guess he'd be. I imagine he'd be a nice person.
I heard he does a lot of donations and charity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he the guy from Chicago?
I think he's from Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of charities and like gives back to schools and everything. I heard he's a quality person.
Good. I like it when the celebs are good people.
Yeah, it's like you're not like some like piece of shit who's like trying to pretend you're something that you're not. It's like because I was talking to Laura's father about that, where he's like saying because he used to be a state trooper and he saw some shit. Like he worked with the fatality units.
Oh no!
BRB real quick.
He saw some bad stuff.
For this next question.
But he's talking about how like you get these people and musicians and folks who are like, yeah, I'm one of you, and he's like, no, they're not. They're not. Like you live in a mansion. You're not anything like them. Stop saying you're like them at all. You didn't give back to the people. Don't say you're like them when you're really not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I agree.
And I think for me, my favorite rap was like I had a few, but then that freaking "I'm Not Racist" rap came out. I was just like,
oh, that was really good.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, damn, that was just incredible to me. Yeah, that was awesome. I found a question here. How about this? Let me see. What is a YouTuber you like but have a certain trait you cannot stand though?
I guess that'd be JonTron. I guess. Like I still watch the videos.
Saber, you're holding your mouth. Just let it out.
Saber Spark.
Boogie.
Boogie, really? Okay.
Yeah. He's Boogie's like this with his content and how he like acts at times. Like I like him. I want to like him. I still like him. I still subscribe to him. I've been a supporter for a long time. But there are moments where I'm like, I think you're kind of hitting this a bit too hard, dude. Let's move on and talk about something else. Or it's like, or the cadence of his uploads go from like Francis vlog, video games. Back to it's like it's kind of all over the place. That's just me. Overall, I like him. Makes good content. He'll go far still. I'm glad he's losing weight. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just some part times where I'm like, come on, man.
What about you, Paleo?
I don't know. I can't think of anybody where like there's like a trait that I just don't like about him.
Well, Logan Paul was good until he showed a dead body.
Wow.
There it is. There it is.
I'm trying to think, like, because I can't think like right off the top of my head either. Damn.
By the way, you got like 2 super chats and
yeah, I know. I'm gonna answer those. Yeah, that's why I went to the other room to get something. So, Deli18 asks, worst possible Christmas or birthday gift you'd get, and I actually got something over Christmas where it's like, oh, that's probably one of the worst things.
The PlayStation 4 isn't that bad, all right?
Right. It has games now.
Yeah, this guy has games now. So. No, but here I'll explain why this is the probably one of the worst things you could probably give me.
Herpes.
Oh God.
I know the thought that counts.
A gift card.
Yeah, it's a movie gift card, and I was like, oh yeah, you know that I like movies, but the thing is, I have this now.
Right.
I have Movie Pass, so like a gift card is useless to me. Like literally useless. Because I could just use Movie Pass.
You can't buy anything
I
with it.
can probably give it to somebody else if they want to use it.
You can't
you know,
use pop.
the thing is
to get popcorn. Or...
Yeah, I get food.
I guess maybe you could.
Yeah,
The
so
thing
there
is
you go.
that
Just use it for food.
This theater's in Rocky Mount.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's anywhere else.
Oh.
I haven't seen this chain. I haven't seen this chain anywhere else besides Rocky Mount.
Well,
and if you live in North Carolina, you know what Rocky Mount's like.
A blessed city full of angels.
Yeah, it's the Detroit of North Carolina. That's what it is.
So a blessed city full of okay.
Yeah.
A city full of.
So another super chat. I guess we'll probably end it on this. Do you think that something like the old Max Headroom show could last on traditional television nowadays? Max Headroom? Why does that sound so familiar?
I'm not familiar with it.
I don't know what that is. Next question.
No. You got to figure out what it is. What is that?
Yeah. Because after his series, because yeah, I recognize it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. I just recognize like the guy, the image of Here, I'll post it in a Discord. Like, because I've seen it used in stuff before.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Do one more question because I'm
Yeah.
gonna answer anything.
Yeah,
we're just
sorry.
nothing.
Sorry
So
for the
bad
person
now.
that did the super chat, but I don't think any of us have seen Max Headroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me go to Twitter to end it off.
Aaron
Ooh.
struggling without Dan. Okay, I didn't know Dan left.
Dan left what?
Game Grumps apparently.
No,
I thought Barry left.
It said
No.
Game, and I'm just reading what they're saying in the chat. Game. Aaron. is
no,
struggling without
Dan. No, Laura would have. I would have known.
You would have heard
'Cause
immediately.
I know Barry left because like Arlo did a video like saying I'm gonna try out for Game Grumps now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like Saber would have read like the first D, like Danny, and then Laura would
Yeah.
be like Saber. Or
I
Steven.
would have been staying at Laura's house tonight. I
Oh.
would have been comforting her.
Yeah. All right. Here's an interesting question to end it off on. Let's see. Yeah, from Byron Walterson again. A lot of questions from them. Favorite movie from Lucasfilm that isn't Star Wars related?
What other ones are there?
So it's like Indiana Jones and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's one.
Okay. I just have
So,
to
like-
look at your filmography.
So yeah, let me look at the filmography here. Yeah, there's like Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is really great. Oh yeah, Labyrinth is one of those. Labyrinth's a really good movie.
Strange magic, baby.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly which one. Land Before Time. That's a Lucasfilm movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was produced by Lucasfilm.
Huh.
So the Land Before Time is my answer.
Wow.
One of the originals from the Indiana Jones trilogy for me.
Yeah.
Looking through them. Huh. Was Land Before Time really made by them?
Yeah, or produced by them.
Friends for dinner. The good ones, the singing ones. Those were all by Lucasfilm. So have your just to say that.
I guess as I look through these, yeah, Land Before Time has to be it, I guess.
Yeah, they also did Howard the Duck.
Oh, forget that.
Yeah, and Willow.
Oh, that the one with the Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo, baby, look at them Star Wars movies that are planned. Woo.
I know.
I thought they were gonna stop after 9. That
Yeah,
is
they're
not...
gonna do another trilogy after this one.
Oh no! That is
Like we said, another Star Wars movie every year for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that is how you Guitar Hero this series into death. Oh no!
Endless trash.
That's what you do with all the other things. The Simpsonize it, you SpongeBob it, you Fairly Odd it, you whatever you do. Is
Yeah.
Sad.
All right, I guess that's what we'll end it off on. This endless Star Wars forever. Amen. All right. You guys have anything to say before we head off?
Live long and prosper.
Eat your green vegetables.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.